it's Demi from Reading with Demi and welcome back to another video. As you can see, this video looks like I've already done it this year, but this is actually going to be the setup for my 2025 bullet journal. So you've seen my reading journal setup that was posted last week, hopefully. Thank you for all your love and support on that. But here we're going to be setting up my main bullet journal for the year of 2025. As you can see, I have used a stencil to do the date, and that is from Oopsie-Daisy UK. I will leave a link in the description below. I've been really into like stencils recently and just ways I can make journaling a little bit easier for myself while still being pretty to look at. If you watched my last video, you'll notice that the pens I am using are the same as the ones I used in my reading journal. I wasn't planning on it, but when I was setting up the reading journal, I liked the colour scheme so much that I decided to continue with it in this journal as well. So you can see here I'm just colouring in the background, and then the 2025 will be uncoloured and popped out white. Apologies that this is a little bit late getting put on YouTube, but as I mentioned in the description of my last video, Christmas blessed me with, I think, COVID, if not, some sort of cold flu that had me coughing, sneezing, just generally gross things for most of Christmas into the new year, so that was really fun. But I am feeling lots better now, so I thought I'd get this voiceover filmed and popped on this video. So in 2024, my bullet journal usage was sporadic. I started off the year with good intentions and then I kind of fell off. And at one point I was looking for something different to use as I wasn't sure bullet journaling was working for me. However, I realised that it wasn't bullet journaling that wasn't working, it was just the way I was setting it up. And once I changed my systems, I started using it a lot more, got a lot more productive. And so once it came time to choose what I was going to be using in 2025, it wasn't really much of a choice. I knew it was going to be a bullet journal. The journal that I am using is from Notebook Therapy, and I will link their website down below as well. These pens I'm using are Tombows, and I'll link the colours down below. And then for the black pen work, I am using Sakura Pigma Microns in various sizes. So you can see here I'm setting up my future log. I wasn't sure if I was going to include one, but actually I've been reading The Bullet Journal Method by Ryder Carroll to kind of get back into the basics of bullet journaling, and decided that actually this is quite useful. Unfortunately, that does mean that I will be writing in every day of the year under these weekday headers you can see me putting in now. You can see there I made a mistake on the purple one, so what I've done is I've cut out a little bit of the grid paper and stuck it down and just coloured over it so you can't really tell from a distance. Is it annoying? Yes. Is it the end of the world? Definitely not. It still does what it's meant to do. Where I did not make a mistake, however, and I'm quite proud of, is writing out all of these numbers for the days of the year. I did have my computer screen in front of me with the calendar open for the whole year so that I had as little a chance as possible to make any mistakes. So you can just see me measuring out the middle of the box and then writing in the months of the years. Adding in some every other line highlights just to make the page a little bit more interesting. And now we flip over and I'm going to do the exact same thing for the final 6 months of the year. Again, I didn't make any mistakes writing out these numbers, so even if nothing else goes right this year, I consider this a win. title and the months one more time to finish it off, and then some every other line highlights. And we are moving on. So I saw this spread similar, or a similar spread to this, on Riley Autumn's channel, and she was setting up a bullet journal for the beginning of the year, and it's a goodbye 2024 and hello 2025 spread. Obviously didn't have a stencil for the number 4, so I've just freehanded it as close to what I think the 4 in this font would look like. But you can see me now just using my Tombows to write all the numbers in and colour them in. I think the 4 looks like it belongs there, to be honest. And then to finish the headers off, I'm going to be writing goodbye on top of the 2024 and hello on top of the 2025. And now I am measuring the spaces that I need for each header, and I did take these headers straight from Riley Autumn's account. As you can see here, I even googled how to spell grateful and still got it wrong, so I'm using that same trick where I've just cut a little bit of dotted paper out and I'm sticking it over the top of the T and finishing it off. I thought I'd just add some nice more line colours there, and then back to every other line highlights, so that when I come to fill this out it will just look a bit more interesting. And that's that spread done, so we're moving on to my level 10 life. Now I've been doing these on and off for years and I don't think I ever really stick to them, so hopefully this is the year that I do stick to my level 10 life. But you can see here I'm just writing in the graph and popping on the title at the bottom, and then I'm using the grey Tombow just to divide the 7, I believe, sections, which are physical health, mental health, personal development, home environment, financial health, social connections, and fun and leisure. And then I'm just adding a little subheading of thoughts, so once I start filling this in, if I have any thoughts about it, I can write them there. And now you're going to see me spend a lot of time trying to figure out how to split this page into 7. I even had a calculator and still managed to have to do it more than once. But you can see I finally decided how I want to do it. And I've added an extra colour in here just because I only had 6 normally, but it is the same 7th colour that I used in my reading journal. And I will link them all down below, the colour names and numbers. I'm just adding the headers, and then here I'm going to write some goals for each one. Not in this video, but I'm going to come back and write goals for each one under these, so that when I come to do my next level 10 life, hopefully scores will have improved. Next tracker is going to be a really simple one, and it's just going to track films and TV shows that I've watched this year. Haven't done any sort of fancy tables with it. I am literally just going to write them down in a list. And so to make the page more interesting, my every other line highlights are integrated with the 6 colours as well. Just makes it a bit brighter. So that's a simple spread, and we are moving on to my memory keeping spread. Now I think I first saw this years ago from Planning with Kay, where she kind of split it into different categories for each month. So it's like something new I tried this month, something I love, things like that. I was originally going to do it like that, but then decided that actually I wanted it to be a bit more freedom with what I put in the boxes. So I am just making a box for each month of the year that is 8 spaces long and 16 spaces tall. So 8 by 16, and then the top 2 of those will be headers once I finish drawing them all in. And I messed up here a little bit. I didn't want the colours to be pink on the top and the bottom, so I've done them this way, as you can see here, so that each page has one of each colour, and then I put in the highlights. But when I come to put the titles in of the months, it made more sense for me when I was writing them to just go across. So I, start in the top left box with January, and then I go all the way across both spreads, and then the bottom left hand box is July. I'm trying to remember how many months. Here we go. It's not what I was planning on, but it's not the end of the world, it still works. My final two spreads are a wish list spread and an orders spread. So this year I'm trying to be more intentional with money I spend. I didn't have a wish list spread last year, and I think if I write it down, I'm normally really good at not spending money, but if I write it down, it gives me more time to think about it, and then probably in my case more time to talk myself out of it, which might not work for everyone, but it works for me. And then on the other side is my order tracker. So this is just going to be any orders that I make. I can track where they are or if they've been delivered. Normally, they're really quick, but who knows. And that is my setup for 2025. So we'll just do a quick flip through. So that is my 2025 bullet journal setup. Keep an eye out for videos coming out for my January sit-ups in both my reading journal and my bullet journal. If you like this video, please give it a like, and if you want to see more, please subscribe. If not, I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.